I don't really know where to start, but first I want to just tell you that we thanked our players a few moments ago for an amazing season, a magical season. The level of fight was just tremendous all the way through this. Circumstance never fazed them one way or the other. They were in this to win every possession that they could and any game that they could. And so a lot of respect to our players and just how they conducted themselves in this series. It's there were a lot of things accomplished this year, and certainly expectations will be raised for next year, which is good. So there are challenges to meet over the summer for our guys to all get better. All of us involved need to get better, and there's some exciting things. Tyrese is going to be on the Olympic team. That's a great honor. Represent your country. Drew Nemhard, I believe, is going to be with Team Canada. That's going to be a great honor for him. And I think Ben Mathurin will not be cleared to play for Team Canada, but he will be with the team, and so he'll be a part of that. So that will be another great experience for those two young Canadian players. Miles got hit in the back early in the game. Had to go back to the locker room a couple times to get worked on. He stayed in there, kept fighting, but it was very difficult for him throughout the game. And so he gave it everything he had. He was tremendous this year, amazing. Siakam was great. I don't know what more we can say about Pascal. Just tremendous. And really all the guys, just the everything, the fight, the character, the integrity, the competitive spirit. Really exceptional. So I'm really proud of all the guys and our group and our staff too. I think our coaching staff, who done an amazing job this year as well.
I guess just to continue going on that, you've talked so much throughout the last couple of years about just putting these guys in competitive scenarios and learning from those scenarios. Obviously, you got a lot that you can take from this. What do you see as some of the most important lessons, the most important sort of experiences that you got over just the last, month and a half or 2 months or whatever it's been since these playoffs started?
Well, when you get into the third round of the playoffs, the level of competition rises each round. The demands are very, very high. And one of the things our guys learned was that the individual expectations you have on a particular night, you got to throw that stuff away. And you just got to play the game as it comes to you. There are things you can do to, manifest your involvement, but they're effort type things. It's not, it can't be my turn. It can't be getting itchy about catches and shots and stuff like that. Otherwise you lose. You just flat out lose. And so there's a lot of growth there. Our guys just got better and better with all that stuff as the games went along. So, and that's one of the things that's hard to understand. But it's really an us against them or everyone thing. That's just how it is. And our guys embraced it. They embraced it, and you grow up a lot playing this level of competition.
Rick, how do you evaluate a series like this where in so many games you're so close and right there late but can't quite get over the hump in any of them?
Well, I look at the process and the level of fight, our situation with personnel, all that kind of stuff. There's no excuses. These guys, Boston has a great team. They led the league from wire to wire and really ran away with it. And look, they're opportunistic. They don't want this thing to go on any longer. Give them credit for the stuff they pulled off at the end of the last 2 games. They simply made more plays. They blocked shots. They got offensive rebounds. They made key shots. We were unable. I love the fact that, our guys never wavered competitively one inch or millimeter or anything like that. We played at a great level, and we made our share of mistakes. Like tonight, we gambled probably 5 times in the second half that led to at least 10 points for them. And those are discipline type things that you have to learn in this kind of environment. I just, you swing and miss and they get a 3, you swing and miss, they get a layup. And it's just, and then if you're unable to match at the other end, I mean, it makes it very, very difficult, and then momentum shifts. And so, those are some of the lessons. Those are like, strategic things and discipline and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm just super proud of the guys. No one wants to get beat 4 games in a row. But there was 0 quit in any of our guys at any point in time, and they represented themselves. They represented the city, the organization, in a very high manner.
Get tied for the last 2 games of this series, but those 15 playoff games, getting to see bigger, more complex problems for him to try to solve. Just
Ty? Yeah.
Just what do you think that can mean for him moving forward?
What? Playing these last 2 games?
No, not miss it, like the entire postseason, getting 15 postseason games.
He's played enough to get it. Okay, yeah. So, I'm not sure your question.
What do you feel like he can learn from that and take into a postseason to work on new things and grow his game even further?
I have really 0 concerns about his game. Tyrese is a great young player. Had some bad luck with injuries, and so this summer he's going to devote a lot of it to number 1, getting healthy. Number 2, continuing to get stronger, build up his strength. You don't realize the toll it takes playing an extra 14 or 15 games in the postseason and playing virtually every other day against the highest level competition. So, that's something that he can take away, and all of our guys can. And as they make preparations this summer for next year, conditioning is a very, very important part of it. Strength and conditioning is very important.
Rick, Nembhard had the ball in his hands a lot these last 2 games and put up big numbers. Is that all we saw, or did we see something? Is he becoming something? Have we seen it kind of emerge here?
And Nembhard's done this before. When Tyrese is out of the lineup, he just understands that he needs to carry more of a load. There's been a lot of talk about him throughout the playoffs. He had great series against New York and Milwaukee as well. And not only that, he's defending at a high level. So you're seeing a young player that's tough-minded, resourceful, and highly competitive. That is fearless, and that is. Has embraced these challenges. And so it's not any accident that Team Canada's been trying to get him on board for the last 2 summers.
Rick, you talked about, Miles and what he went through to play tonight. Just throughout his career here in Indiana, what has he meant as a connector and just bridging that gap between the new or the old and the new with this team?
Yeah, Miles Turner is a special guy, special character person. Special abilities, guys that can make 30-foot shots and protect the rim and run and finish and, do other things are very, very, very unique. So, I recognize his special attributes both as a player and as a person. And so, there's been a lot of ups and downs over the years here for him. He's stayed the course, stayed above the fray, and continued to work. Continue to work on his game, continue to adjust his game, continue to work on his body. This year, big congratulations. I mean, he missed very few games this year. That was a huge part of our season. I mean, getting to the 6th spot and not having to go through the play-in, a lot of that is the work that Miles put in starting a year ago today, during the summer, building his body up, building his durability up, addressing little things that he's had over the years, and our medical staff, manages the health of our team extremely well. And so, Josh and Carl and Patrick and Ayami, they're phenomenal. And so, and we work closely with them. So, Miles is a special guy. I'm sorry that he got banged up tonight. It was, you could tell. He was having trouble bending over. He hit those first 2 threes in the second half. That was terrific. That gave us momentum. But he just wasn't the same tonight, and that's too bad. It's too bad. This is the kind of game where you want a guy like that to be absolutely at full strength. To experience everything that's going on.